we have a new village clerk tonight, Mr. Matt Rowan. Thank you, Matt. Okay, today is Tuesday, October 12th, the real Columbus Day, 2021. I call this village board meeting to order. Will our beloved clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Zarnik.
Here.
Trustee Feichter.
Here.
Trustee Frankie.
Here.
Trustee Listener.
Here.
Trustee Prochnow.
Here.
Trustee Schmidt.
Here.
All board members are present, Mr. Clerk, and you just received your first compliment. Village Council, what'd you say?
He's doing a good job.
Doing a hell of a job. Way to go, Matt.
I don't know if I said that.
Close enough. Okay, next we're going to do the invocation, Pledge Allegiance. Tonight we have the invocation from Pastor Gentak at the Trinity Gospel Church. If everyone would please rise, then we'll do the Pledge Allegiance afterwards. Pastor, please.
All right, please join me in a word of prayer. Father God, maker of heaven and earth, thank you, Lord, for this time to gather here with the leaders and the people of Elk Grove Village. Thank you, God, for all that they're doing to care for the people and all that you've entrusted them with. So we pray for your blessing upon this meeting. Give all the leaders wisdom, your guidance with your grace and truth. We offer this up to you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. The flag's to my right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Pastor, hang on a second.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry for being late. So that's your advantage, because now you get a lot of chocolates.
Yeah.
Because anytime we're late, you gotta make sure the man with God, the closest to God around us, is happy.
You
So
know,
Pastor,
my four kids will love it. I do have to rush home. I got an infant who's really mad. So.
oh my God, I'm
Gotta
sorry.
go.
Thank you. So your baby, how old is it?
He's 1 and 4 months.
Oh, God, thank you. Take care. Thank you again. Tell you what, it's my fault.
Yeah, 2 boys.
Okay, did we move on now to the approval of the minutes of September 28th, 2021?
I ask for approval of the minutes of September 28th, 2021, and dispense with the reading. Second.
We have a motion by trustee Zarnik, a second by we have a motion by trustee Zarnik and a second by trustee Listener.
I got it.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, let the record show unanimous approval. These are old.
The trustee listeners turning in.
No. So remember, folks, if anyone's got the old, I'm just bringing it up now, old landscape stickers, come to the village hall and we'll trade you out for the new ones. But you can't use these till November 1st. So if you need your landscape stickers before that, keep your old ones, use them up. Otherwise, we'll trade them out for you at no cost, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, good. Thank you.
Good visual.
Pardon? Yeah, it worked out perfect. I just saw him sitting there. I figured, might as well bring it up. Okay, move on now to the mayor and board. By the way, board, we need to, between now and our December meeting, which is only 2 meetings in between, figure out how we're going to do minutes and accounts payable warrant and all that. So I don't want to sit here for 4 hours waiting for someone to bring it up
You mean
because
I might
Nancy's not
ask
here.
You may
After
have to
24
do
years,
it,
have-
Christine.
Yeah.
24 years is a good record.
Christine, you may have to open it.
Okay.
We'll get her done.
Move on now, Mayor and Board of Trustees report. First off, we had a chance to meet the new CEO of Alexi Brothers Hospital. Dia moved on to Lutheran General about a month ago or so, moved on. And Polly Davenport is now the new CEO of Alexi Brothers Hospital. She came by, met with me and Ray back in September 30th, and she's got experience with Amita and Alexian Brothers, so hopefully everything keeps moving smoothly. As we all know, we're very grateful to have Alexian Brothers Hospital right here in Elk Grove Village. They do a phenomenal job, and it was a great opportunity, and hopefully keep that strong partnership we have between the village and Alexian going. Also, on October 10th, we had the Run, Jump, Throw event at Elk Grove High School for the young people of Elk Grove from 7 to 12. That's the event where Jackie Joyner Kersey was there. And then also David, who was from Prospect High School, who ran the Olympics also. He made it through the semifinals of the 400-meter hurdles. And, of course, Jackie Joyner Kersey, she was voted the greatest American woman athlete, total athlete, ever by Sports Illustrated and other main sports publications. She was there. She was actually phenomenal. Where she worked with the young people, talked with them, she was great. Couldn't meet better than that. And we had a good turnout, even though it rained for a while. We had to move it to the gymnasium high school. Still had a great turnout. Kids had fun. We had to introduce kids to athletics and exercise. It went very well. Then on Monday, just yesterday, we had a manufacturing expo, which was, we did our first one in 2013, so it would have been our 8th one, not 9th, because we had 1 year off because of COVID. So it went very well. Numbers a little bit down because I know COVID, and let's be honest, people's jobs, they can't fill, we got openings, we can't find people to fill them. That's why we're glad we're having our next job fair. Anyone in Elk Grove that owns a business who wants to advertise and come to a job fair, it's free. Bring your business, come to us, contact the village, and we'll get you a table, and you're welcome to come and advertise your jobs. Anyone looking for a job, now that the higher social or the unemployment ran out, and it's been a while, come that day. If you pre-register, you get a free lunch that day when you come. So at least you get a lunch out of it, look for a job, and hopefully fill some of the vacancies we have because that needs to be done. So we're excited about that. And speaking of jobs, Mr. Tom Robb, we got our third quarter vacancy rates out of our business park. Our vacancy rate in our business park, we always considered 5% being a filled park. If you remember, during the great success economically we were having in 17, 18, and 19 till the pandemic hit, we set all kind of records. Our lowest was down to 2.55% vacancy. Well, the second quarter, we got down to 3.4, which we thought was great in the pandemic. These numbers we got today are unbelievable. Our vacancy rate in the business park is down to 2.86%. That would have been a record if it wasn't for the other one we set a couple years back in 2018. That's an unbelievable number. Remember, we have the largest consolidated industrial park in all North America. And to have a vacancy rate that low is almost impossible to achieve. We're very proud of that. Matter of fact, Ms. Knickerbocker, tonight we're approving our books for the fiscal year, and we did very well during the pandemic. So we're doing good. We're excited about that. We're happy to see that going, but we need to fill jobs. So people, there's jobs out there. There's jobs from $15, $20 an hour up to six figures. So we have them out there, but they have that lower vacancy rate we should all be very proud of, and we are. So that went very well. Next, we had, remind everyone, Halloween's coming up. Like last year, we're allowing trick-or-treating again. We did last year, we're doing it again. But one thing we found last year, because people were worried about the pandemic, remember we put out these signs, green if you let trick-or-treaters come to the house, red if you wanted to pass on by? That was such a success. We're going to do it again this year. So in our newsletter coming out in about a week or two, look inside it. If you feel comfortable having trick-or-treaters come to your place, not just because of the pandemic, but if you feel good, put up the green sign. If you feel uncomfortable or don't want people coming by, no problem, just put up the red sign. And you're talking to a man here that's trick-or-treated now for 61 straight years. I've never missed. And that was great last year. My grandson and I probably hit twice as many homes because we knew to skip the ones that weren't either home or wanted to do it. So this is a great deal. So again, if you want them to come by, put up the green side. If you want them to pass, which is fine, just put up the red side. And trick-or-treaters appreciate it. We don't waste time. We go to the ones that give out candy.
You did well.
So that's very good. So remember, Halloween is on Sunday this year. Trick-or-treat hours on weekends, so on this year it's Sunday, is from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. So again, Halloween, 3 p.m., 7 p.m., put up the sign, green come, red don't, and we'll be good to go. We'll have another great Halloween like we had last year. Next, I'd like to talk just briefly about, we had a kind of special visitor here last Thursday. As I think everyone knows, President Biden came to Elk Grove Village last Thursday. It is the first time that a president of the United States made an official visit to Elk Grove Village, and we're very proud of it. And I know people, when it comes to national politics, that's why we all stayed here. We don't want to go through that crap. People say, well, are you happy? Oh, it's great. Oh, it's terrible. No, we were honored. The President of the United States is the most powerful person in the world. The office is of the utmost respect for all of us. And we're very honored and privileged to have the president come to Elk Grove Village. And more importantly, we're very honored and privileged to have him come to our technology park, which I got some good news on in a couple minutes on. So we're very excited about that. He came. I'll tell you something, I had several opportunities to talk to him, and I appreciated it. He was very respectful for Elk Grove. What I was excited about was if anyone watched CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, Channel 2, 5, 7, 9, whatever, all I was happy to see was them up there, Elk Grove Village, Illinois, Elk Grove Village, Illinois, in the tech park, in the heart of the business park. That made me proud. Should have made all of Elk Grove proud. You can't buy publicity like that. And it went well. A lot of people ask me, how was the president? How was the president? I found him to be a very nice person, actually had a great sense of humor, because everyone knows I like to kid around. And he was great. I had no complaints whatsoever talking to him, meeting with him. I had a little fun with him. When I went up to him, I actually said to him when he came, I said, we talked a little bit about Elk Grove. He knew about us right away. He said, "Oh, Mayor, biggest business park." I said, "Yes, sir, we have the biggest business park." He did his homework about Elk Grove and went through some things going on. And he goes, "Let's get a picture, Mayor." I said, "Thank you, Mr. President, love to." So we get a picture together. And before we did it, I said to him, "This is really a historic day in Elk Grove Village." And I know he's thinking, "Oh, first time president came." He goes, "Oh, yeah." So I said, No. I said, never before have the two most powerful men in the world gotten a picture together till now. And he laughed. He goes, "Mayor, that was a good one." He goes, "I give you, that was good." So we get a picture together, and you all know I'm not a tall person. I'm only 5'8". So we're up there, we get a picture together. They have a White House photographer, and we're there, and we get to take him. And we get done, he takes two pictures. I look, President Biden's a tall guy, taller than I thought. So I look at him, I go to the photographer and say, "Hey, can you take another picture, please?" And of course, the photographer looks right at the president. The president goes, "Do what the mayor says." So when he's about to take the picture, I do this. I get my toes. President Biden goes, he grabs my shoulder, puts me back down, and he goes like this. So it went well. He looked at me and goes, "I've been in politics longer than you, Mayor." And he winked and went on, which was very nice. And when he came up to talk, obviously make a speech, he talked very glowingly about the village, which was very nice. Again, that's all over the world saw him talking about how good Elk Grove was. Very proud of that. And the nice thing he did at the end, Governor Pritzker was there, the Lieutenant Governor, 11 congressmen, state reps, the state Senate president was there and all that. Actually, I was sitting by the president and CEO of United Airlines, Scott Kirby. When he got done with the speech, he came down and talked to one person. Came down and talked to the mayor of your town. Came up to me, thanked me again for hosting him, appreciated it. A couple people said, "Hey, we noticed he chuckled, laughed." I said, "That's because when he came down to me, he thanked again, I appreciate that." And I told him, "Mr. President, I'm going to make you happy." He goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "When I leave here, I'm going for my booster shot." And that's when he laughed. "Oh, thank you, Mayor, I appreciate that." So it was a great honor to have him here. By the way, Chief Michael, Chief Walsh, Scotty Bernhold, let Kobe know, the Secret Service told me multiple times, not just once, multiple times, they very rarely ever get to work with a town that had as good of people working for them as Elk Grove. He said, "Your public works," they said, "Your public works, our fire," and especially Chief Walsh, our police department, were unbelievable to work with. They were professional. They knew what they were doing. They got things done. I can say this because I won't mention town. They said, "Mayor, understand, we work with some small towns. We say, 'Can we get your public works truck?' Well, that's down the street. I think he's fixing a hole." Elk Grove, no problem. We'd have 10 pull up. Hey, can we get police? We didn't have 1 or 2. We had 7 pull up. So they were very appreciative of all of our guys. So we always brag about you, but to have the Secret Service to the President of the United States to give us such glowing report makes us proud. So thank you, gentlemen. And give them seriously, thank you. And I'm sure the word passed on. I'm not sure if President Biden heard about it, but I'm sure uppers in the White House heard what a great job he did. So thank you all for a job well done. Again, we've been saying this, and I talked a little bit about it earlier, vaccinate, vaccinate, vaccinate. We've been saying that now since last January. As I said before, we're all vaccinated up here. We all got our boosters up here. Again, we respect people's rights. If someone chooses not to vaccinate, we don't feel it's our to force you to do it. I don't agree with you, but it's your right to do what you want. But it's important that we do that. And, again, I know this town's done very well. I know people talk about, I know the president was talking that day about companies with more than 100 employees, mandatory vaccination or testing. We're more than 100 people in Elk Grove Village, and over 90% of our village employees have been vaccinated. Very few have not. It's their right, but very few have not. So a lot of people have done it. And I think this village has done great. Man, we had the big vaccination clinics. Huge success. Over 4,500 people from Elk Grove got vaccinated in our clinics. And that's why you've seen, we follow election village numbers every day. I think we're around about 9 or 10 today with COVID. Our numbers way down. We've had no super spreader events, despite when you read Facebook, the clowns on there. Oh, they have no clue what they're talking about. We've had no vaccination problems. Employees, we didn't have a super spreader amongst our employees. Nothing like that ever happened. So we're doing well, and we appreciate it. So that's going well. Next thing I talk about for a quick second here, I know a lot of people got the recent water bills, and we had a little letter in here with the water bills talking about that. If people may not remember, but back in March of this year, we had a special meeting talking about our long-term plans for roadway projects, flood mitigation, sidewalk issues throughout this whole community. As our town's getting older, we're seeing the same thing in Rolling Meadows, Schaumburg, Hoffman Estates, all about the same age towns. We got to make sure we start speeding up our work on it. So back in March, we passed, and we showed this to everyone, we had it on the big screen, we passed 3 increases in funding. 1, we did a night court natural gas tax. It's going to cost the average home in Elk Grove about $30 a year. 2, we passed a property tax, which we'll approve in December. You won't get that bill till next September, but that's about $60 a year for the average $300,000 home in Elk Grove. That was the first property tax we're going to pass on a general fund in 14 years. 14 years we held the line on property taxes, except for pensions, which are state government mandated. And 3, we talked about for the water issues we have, the backyard, rear yard drainage, the sidewalk water issues on sidewalks, and flooding issues in Industrial Park, we passed a water sewer fee of $5 a month or $60. The total package was $150 a year. We talked about it. I know Mr. Rob had at least 2 articles in his paper. I know the Herald had 2 articles about this in their paper. And we put out there. One area we made a mistake on, and I take full responsibility, we probably should have put 1 or 2 articles in our newsletter. But we thought it was well covered. It was on TV. It was in the newspapers. My bad. I take responsibility. We should have put in the newsletter more prominently. We didn't. I take responsibility. But just to remind people, we went through all this with them. We're part of JAWA, Joint Action Water Agency. Those are towns that get the water that we're part of from Lake Michigan. So looking at those towns, this is why we did what we did. We are the lowest water rate of all the JAWA towns that we work with. And the JAWA towns are Rolling Meadows, Mount Prospect, Schaumburg, Hoffman Estates, and Elk Grove. We have the lowest water rate. Rolling Meadows the highest, Mount Prospect second, Schaumburg third, Hoffman fourth, and we're fifth. We're the lowest out there. We're proud of that. But that's where we get our water from, Chicago on that. Then, when you compare those towns, the water sewer rate, the stormwater rate, and all that, we're $5 a month. That just started. You saw it on your bill. Give you an example. Rolling Meadows, their fee is, let me get here, hang on. We're $5 a month. Here we go. Rolling Meadows fee is $7.76 a month. Hoffman Estates, $6.73 a month. Schaumburg, $7.76 a month. And Mount Prospect, $10 a month. So even with the fee we put on, we are the lowest out there. All these other towns have been doing for years. We've been covering our stormwater problems with general funds coming in. We thought we'd put an ongoing problem. We know water issues will be there forever. Our road issues will be there forever. Our sidewalk issues will be there forever. Just part of life. We want to put on a continuous source of funding to cover all those areas. And by doing that, we're bringing in between $4 and $5 million a year between the water, the property tax, and the gas tax, all that, we're bringing in $4 to $5 million a year to cover that for perpetuity. So that's on there, and it just went into effect this month. And I know people on Facebook all going, oh, they went to monthly billing so you wouldn't see a $10 bill. Well, folks, we used to bill you every 2 months. $10 every 2 months or $5 every month is the same amount. It's $5 a month or $10 every 2 months or $60 a year. It's the same amount. We went to monthly billing because we've wanted to go to monthly billing for years. The reason we want to go monthly billing, it's easier to budget. People would call me all the time, because remember, we used to bill you every 2 months on water bills. People would call me all the time in June, July, August. Oh my God, Mayor, I got a $195 water bill. That's a lot for the month. No, I'm sorry, ma'am, that's 2 months. Oh, can I pay half now and half? So we were waiting till we got the new electronic water meters. Because if you remember, our old way of getting your water bill was we had Olson, where's Nick? Nick's dad, Bill Olson, out there walking house to house, getting the numbers, used to write them down. Then we got a reader machine that did it. Now with the electronic one, we push a button on a computer, we got everyone's water bill instantly. So we now can do it monthly, which is better for people. It's easier to budget. It worked out perfect time-wise for all the bills, but nothing was done special. We just now got to go monthly. So we set that up. Also, the beauty of this new system is we can watch your water. It used to be before, if you had a little leak in your toilet bowl and your water's running, you don't hear it, don't know it, but you don't get a bill every 2 months, and it might be 3 months since readings. People would sometimes get $400, $500, $600 water bills. They didn't know they had the leak, but they used the water. By having the system set up, we catch it, and you'll see it every month now. And that's helpful for you that way, too. So that's one of the advantages we set up with the system. And it's been going very well. Now, where we did have a mistake, I'll take responsibility, we had a new company that was printing the water bills. They, am I saying wrong, Christine, were not very good at what they were doing?
They combined, they merged companies and then they didn't have a plan in place.
They merged companies, and I won't use the word I used when I was talking to Mr. Romo, but it starts with the letter F, pretty bad. Let me just say that company's no longer doing our water bills. We got a new company. So a lot of people got 2 water bills. And if people had confusion, we apologize. Our hope is they saw the same dollar amount, same due date, they will know it's not 2 bills. And then because it came later, then they got the next month bill because we're now going monthly. So I apologize for any mix-up, misunderstanding. Bills are now monthly. Yes, it's $5 a month for the fee, but again, you got the lowest water fee per month. I'll tell you exactly there. It's $12 per 1,000 Elk Grove, and our neighboring towns, part of Jawa, it is $15.98 a month in Rolling Meadows, $13.36 a month in Mount Prospect, $13.04 a month per 1,000. In Schaumburg, $12.51 in Hoffman Estates. We're $12 a 1,000. So we're the lowest water rate, and as I showed before, we're $5 a month on water, sewer, stormwater fee. All the other towns are higher than that. So you still got the lowest fee in Oak Grove. We're proud of that. Even with our new tax coming up, that we pass in December, again next September, we're still the lowest property tax all around Northwest Cook County. That's still good. So you still get the most bang for the buck in Oak Grove. I'm sorry it took a long time to go through it, but I want to explain everything to you, what's going on, so everyone understand. Again, we've talked about before, don't listen to the clowns on Facebook. You listen to them, we're all dying, everything's going to the end. We're doing good on that. Last but not least, the Tech Park, where President Biden was there just last week. The Tech Park has now got the last letter of intent of filling up the last space in the technology park. We're extremely, extremely proud of it. Again, if you follow people on Facebook, all that say, oh, it's going to take 30 years to fill it. We filled it in under 2 years, completely filled. And what's neat about it, and I did talk to the president about this, is we have a Spanish company in there, we have a Dutch company, we have an Austrian company, we have 2 Japanese companies, we have a Canadian company, we have 1 Oak Grove company, one American company, and we have Microsoft, which is international. It is truly an international site to be at, just like Oak Grove's an international place to do business. What's also nice about it is that it is generating high technology manufacturing. Just what we always envisioned for over there. It's high tech, latest robotic equipment, latest technology for design and manufacturing right here in Elk Grove. So we're extremely excited about it. A new innovation park, which is what we're now calling the old Northwest Point, over there by the Sheraton Hotel, by Northwest, by the tollway and Arlington Road. We've got our first company just brought in the first plans. They're looking to go in there to develop a high-tech use of there. So we're calling that Innovation Park. And the Brennan Group, which developed the technology park, is also helping do some properties over the new Innovation Park. So we're excited about it coming. We're doing very well. We're excited about everything that's happening in Elk Grove. And if you live in the community, now you know why President Biden picked Elk Grove. He could have gone anywhere. You know, Clayco, the company that's doing the work there, and Microsoft, they got other locations. Hoffman Estates, just one where they're building now. They could have gone anywhere, but he chose Elk Grove. So be proud of that. So that completes, Mr. Frankie, not too bad, the mayor's report.
Should we have a vote?
We move on. No, we don't have that. We move on now to trustees' report. I'll start with trustee Schmidt.
Don't we have swearing-ins?
Oh, you want to do your appointments?
Oh, that's right, we got sworn in.
Oh, you got it.
I can go more.
No, you don't mind waiting, do you?
Nah, they've been waiting the fence, but.
They've
heard
enough.
Chief Walsh, we got 3 promotions tonight. First off, let me ask the 3 gentlemen promoted. You've all gotten your shots, right? Did you all get your boosters? I thought so. Are you comfortable we don't wear a mask? I asked first, if not, okay, you are. Okay, so Chief, I'll let you start.
Do we do this one first?
You always start from bottom up.
The bottom up. All right.
Not that there's anything wrong. Don't worry, Johnny.
I have no Johnny first then.
Yeah, Johnny first.
All right.
Wrestlers always go first.
Sergeant Andrade.
Soon to be sergeant.
That's true. Soon.
Holy cow. Got the whole family here? Now, hey, young ones here, hang on. Dairy Queen's still open. Any good father or uncle or relative would take you to Dairy Queen after you got sworn in, right? You agree, buddy? You got it. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So tonight it's my privilege to have Johnny Andrade join us up here. Johnny was born here in Elk Grove Village, attended Elk Grove High School. I didn't realize this about you, but in high school he was a National Honor Society for History. He also played football, and he wrestled under one of the greatest coaches in Elk Grove wrestling team, Jim Lancaster, who's joining us tonight.
Remember, wait, remember, one of the greatest, not the greatest. Because the greatest is standing next to the chief, but he did wrestle for one of the greatest.
There you go. He's got a Bachelor of Arts from Northeastern Illinois University in history.
Hang on. I went there too, so. Mr. Knickerbocker? Now, just so everyone know, George had his birthday just a couple weeks ago, and for his birthday present, I and Mr. Johnson got him a book of all colleges' team nicknames, logos. So George had that book, so he should know this. What's Northeastern's,
The irony is that I came to work this afternoon after lunch going, there's one school around this area that I forgot to get the nickname of, and that was Northeastern. I've memorized 105 colleges, but not Northeastern, so I have no clue.
Johnny, you remember it? What is Johnny?
Relying on you, Mayor.
Just make
He's
some
a
up
former
then.
wrestler, the Golden Eagles.
That's the same as Marquette.
As the Golden, yeah, but Northeastern had it before Marquette. Because when Northeastern made it, Marquette was the Warriors. So they changed.
And Northeastern
they
used to be Illinois Teachers College.
Yeah, but they were always known as Northeastern Golden Eagles. So, Johnny, a wrestler let me down like that. But you notice a wrestler got, what did he get? What high school award?
National Honor Society for history.
For history.
Brains and
Was
beauty.
that your major? Yes. In college? Yes. So was mine. No wonder, Chief.
Take it
Chief
off.
Johnny, way to go. Way to go. Here, I got forced. Okay, go ahead.
Even more impressive than all of that is Johnny was also in the United States Marine Corps as a corporal, San Diego, I believe, and then you spent some time in Iraq as well. So as a Did you? That's fine. So Johnny came to us in September of 2012. During that time as an officer, he has received a life-saving award. We have quite a few officers that have gotten life-saving awards over the years. A lot of them in the last several years have been for Narcan saves, but Johnny actually did one with chest compressions and CPR for a subject that had a cardiac arrest back in 2013. Johnny was also a field training officer, trained many of our newer officers. He was also the police honor guard, and he served on our surveillance team. And of course, the most recent assignment, he was a youth investigator and Elk Grove High School school resource officer. So I'm proud to say John gets promoted tonight to sergeant.
And Johnny, and former Officer Lancaster, I give you credit. You gone up to sergeant, all your hard work. Now, I was not Johnny's wrestling coach. I became head coach after Johnny graduated. But just think how far you'd be now if I was your wrestling coach. You got sergeant with Jimmy. God, you'd probably be running the Secret Service detail for the president. Come on down, Johnny. Let me swear you.
It's all about.
You did as well as you could under Jimmy. And raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Juan Andrade,
Have been appointed to the position of
having been appointed to the position of
police sergeant
police sergeant
in the village of Elk Grove Village
in the village of Elk Grove Village
in the counties of Cook and
in
DuPage,
the counties of Cook and DuPage,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
I support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of
the duties of the office of
police sergeant.
police sergeant.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Johnny. What a-
So I'm here with my wife, Marla, our
Raise hands. There you go.
our four children, Santiago, Mateo, and Lucia, and Natalia, who's sleeping.
Okay.
She's 4 months. 4 months. My mom is here. There she is. My brother, he lives in Elk Grove with his wife.
Oh, that's right. I ran into you in Las Vegas. A true story. Last spring,
No, we don't want to hear it.
last summer, we're out in Las Vegas, or last spring. I was out there with my two boys and their wives, and my wife, at some point, she goes, you know, I'm amazed, no one knows you yet, who's from Elk Grove. Because like after the first couple days, I said, well, we're getting by. And we're playing the machine, all of a sudden he comes up, hi, I'm Johnny Andrade's brother, we live in Elk Grove. They had that, so, how'd you do, you guys win? Very good, good to see you again.
My sister, Ana Maria, and her future husband, fiance, oh my God, Jeremy. Sorry, Jeremy.
I met him tonight.
He's a firefighter.
He said he's a firefighter, so.
Oh, I joke. I just kid. Well, first, the person I have to thank. Oh, and my aunts. I'm sorry, my aunt Alice and my aunt Tita. Sorry.
I saw you, Ants. I remind them, don't worry.
The person who's always supported me, my wife, in this endeavor has been supportive nonstop. She's been at home with the kids and allowed me to be successful in this position. I want to thank my wife, my children, my mom, my brother and sister, all my family. They've always been very supportive of me becoming a police officer. I want to thank Chief Walsh. I want to thank the mayor, village manager, the board, the Fire and Police Commission, Deputy Chief Burke, Deputy Chief Garrison, Commander Schumacher. I look forward to working nights with you. I look forward to working with everybody. I've been very blessed in this department, in this village. I'm only in this position because I've been put in a position to succeed, and that's because of the leadership of this department. And I'm sure there's people that I'm missing to thank, and I apologize for that. But even, when I got on the force, even the veteran officers really guided me and kind of showed me doing things the right way. And that's how I've been taught here at Elk Grove Village, and I want to thank the citizens of Elk Grove Village. The support that we get as a police department from the citizens is by far felt throughout the ranks. And I look forward to continuing to serve for this community. So thank you very much.
Thank you. There, come on down, kid. The little guys, come on down. Yeah, come on. Bring your brother and sister down. Bring them down. I got some chocolates for you. Now, which one of you guys had Mrs. Beaupre, or you had Mrs. Beaupre? That's Billy's daughter. Gabby teaches at school where Johnny lives, his town. So, one son had her for a teacher. So, small world. Okay, you guys get chocolates, right? We have a lot here? Okay, here. So you had to put up with Miss Beaupre, so I'll give you an extra one.
He sees Miss Free too.
Oh, you got Miss Beaupre too? Oh, that a boy.
I see
Some
Miss
more for
Beaupre.
you. Put your hands out. There you go, buddy.
Thank you.
Come here, sweetheart. You're next. There you go. Now make sure you share. My God, does he look like you? Oh my God. I'm sorry about that, son, but as you grow, things change. Don't worry. Go ahead, keep that one. You're good. Don't worry, things can change. You look more like your mother. Don't worry. Wait a minute, got them all?
LB.
Hang on. Got them all? Yeah, a girl. Okay, there you go. Good job. Oh, thank you, buddy. Way to go. Did you guys wrestle?
Oh, God.
What? Mom won't let him.
Smart move, Mom.
She wants to wrestle?
Yeah. And I did, after 4 kids, promise Marla that he'd be on Midnights for a few years, so we'll get a break on that, so. All right, next up, we have Sergeant to Commander Schumacher. Come on down. So Randy Schumacher is from the famous Schumacher family who've been involved in the village for many, many years. Randy was a graduate from Elk Grove High School, went to Harper College, graduated from California Coast University.
Okay, this would be a good test. It did, I know it is. So I gave you that book, George. You had 2 weeks to study it. No, California Coast, we all know it.
Who goes to California Coast? I mean,
Randy did.
other than Randy.
What do you think, George? Think about maybe the waves, California
The
Coast?
surfer?
Golden Eagles?
Surfer.
Eagles,
dolphins?
Seagulls.
Sharks?
Seagulls.
What is it?
Piranhas?
Seagulls?
Whoa. Okay, village attorney, go ahead, have a seat over there now.
Nice. Very good.
No, I can't afford the pay cut.
You see this paycheck?
I'm kidding.
Every 2 weeks, that big Brinks armored truck pulls up, that's George's paycheck.
This is a good day.
Go ahead.
Randy came to us in January of '98. He was a traffic officer from 2007 to 2013. Promoted to sergeant November 2013, and then he was assigned as the traffic sergeant in 2018. Randy's had 5 years of perfect attendance, and which is pretty remarkable. I think that's probably unique for supervisors anyway. He was in the School of Police Staff and Command at Northwestern University where he got straight A's. I didn't realize that, so congratulations on that. He's a member of the Police Honor Guard. He supervised that for many years, and when he was leading the 2019 Traffic Unit, they were awarded Rookie of the Year and First Place Traffic Unit by the Illinois Associations of Chief of Police, and now he will be the Midnight Shift Commander. So, Sergeant Schumacher.
By the way, his mom, who's sitting here, is a school board member for District 50. How many years now? 34 years, just got reelected very nicely, too. Good job. You wrestled in high school? I didn't know that.
Coach Phillips.
You wrestled for Darrell Phillips? Oh, my God. What year did you graduate?
88.
88, okay. Yeah, Darrell was still there?
Yeah.
God.
Didn't
Now,
wrestle.
Jimmy wasn't coaching, I hope.
Not yet. No. I probably would have done better.
Well, that's why you became a commander now, because you didn't, I'm sorry about that, Johnny, you know, only certain heights you go with.
4 years
So,
before you.
now, raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Randy Schumacher,
Have been appointed to the position of
having been appointed to the position of
Police Commander
Police Commander
in the Village of Elk Grove Village,
in the village of Elk Grove Village,
in the counties of Cook and
in
DuPage,
the counties of Cook and DuPage,
do solemnly swear.
do solemnly swear.
I'll support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and I'll faithfully discharge
and I shall faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of
the duties of the office of
Police Commander,
Police Commander.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Before I let Randy say anything, I know there's someone upstairs watching down, and you're very proud. I know your dad is very proud, and you deserve it, so come on.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I'm extremely excited. I'll do the same as Johnny. Let me introduce everybody that I have here. I have my family, my wife Jen, my mom Mardell, my daughter Riley, her boyfriend.
Wait, what's your boyfriend's name?
Dylan. Boyfriend Dylan.
Checking.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Sorry, Johnny. Sorry.
Yeah, the B word. My little boy Steven, who's now about 2 inches taller than me.
You skipped somebody.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm getting to that. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Then I have my close friends in the back right here. And I'm going to forget Rick and Angie, my good buddy Andy, their daughter. I didn't forget you. Their daughter Lexi, and then my son's friend as well. So thank you to the officers that are here to support me. I appreciate that very, very much. This is incredible. 24 years ago, I was standing here. You were my midnight FTO, so of course I was destined to succeed. And now I'm going back to midnights. Just a wide-eyed, excited cop, just waiting to attack the streets and make the community that helped raise me a better place. I will say 24 years later, having the opportunity to do some really fantastic things here in the department, I feel exactly the same. I'm excited about being able to go out there and serve the community that, again, helped to raise me. So this is really wonderful. I must say a special thank you to now retired Commander Jim Lancaster. I believe I would not be standing here if not for your tutelage, your mentoring, your leadership, and your incredible friendship. Thank you very much.
Hang on. Mardell was easier when they used to bring their hats up with them. I could, see, Danny's smart. See, that's right. That's right. You brought a hat.
There you go.
Danny knew what he's doing. Here you go, Randy. Hang on, that should be, maybe a couple more. Okay, it's
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you, Randy.
It's like Halloween bags.
Okay, last but not least,
Last but
Danny,
not
come on down.
least, we have Commander Burke being promoted today to Deputy Chief. Danny was hired in July of 2001. He was assigned Criminal Investigations 2007, promoted to Sergeant in 2012. He was the Criminal Sergeant Supervisor in 2016, and Commander, he was promoted in 2017. Danny is a recipient of the Medal of Honor, Medal of Valor. Let me try that again. Medal of Valor of 2012. Steve Schmidt, the chief at that point, gave him that because he and several other officers located a despondent subject with a weapon that wanted to do police a suicide by cop, and Danny was one of the officers that was able to take him into custody without.
Explain what a suicide by cop means.
That's when someone calls the police over there and they want the police to kill him, so they either pull out a weapon, and I believe this one had a gun in his back. Yeah, Chinese military pistol. So Danny, as well as several other officers, received the Medal of Valor that day. Danny was also the president of Class 368, which is the Northwest Center of Public Safety School of Police and Command. We send all our commanders. It's a 10-week class for leadership. And at that time, he was also the recipient of the Kreml Leadership Award, which is a pretty impressive award that Danny got for leadership in that class. He's got a bachelor's from the American Military University in 2015.
American Military University.
I'm going with Golden
The
Eagles.
Seagull got it.
Golden Eagle. Golden Eagles.
You have no, why did I buy you that damn book? Chris does.
What's the answer?
What's the answer?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Very prestigious school, please nobody look it up.
It
try.
is the Golden Eagle?
No, it's not.
And then also from the California coast,
Yeah, Dan's working on his master's degree at the California Coast University, so he
That'd
would
be
be the
Seagulls,
second.
I believe.
Yeah.
So you went from a Golden Eagle to a Seagull?
and I looked it up today, and it looks like a penguin with a peg leg. It's terrible.
Georgie, I owe you an apology. You know
Thank
you're
you.
being facetious when you said that. I'm impressed.
We don't know if I
See,
was.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. So, go ahead.
So for tonight's promotion, Commander Burke will be then in charge of our Support Services Division, which is our investigative unit, internal affairs, records, CALIA, which is our certification process, crime prevention officers, and our social worker. And he'll also be heading up our Elk Grove Cares program. So very near and dear, I know, to the mayor. So Dan Burke, congratulations, and we'll swear you in.
Come on up here, Danny. You know, I was surprised. I thought for sure last Thursday, when we went out there right where the president was, we'd see him on one of the rooftops. I thought for sure you'd be working with those guys. You wish, I know, but okay. That's where the snipers were. Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Daniel Burke,
Have been appointed to the position of
have been appointed to the position of
Deputy Police Chief
Deputy Police Chief
in the village of Elk Grove Village
in the village of Elk Grove Village,
and the counties of Cook and DuPage.
the counties of Cook and DuPage.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
I'll support the Constitution of the United States,
I'll support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and I'll faithfully discharge
and I'll faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of
the duties of the office of
Deputy Police Chief.
Deputy Police Chief.
So help me God.
So help me God. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on Southwest Airlines. We'll be stopping in Cincinnati. Used to it, and yes, I did bring this for chocolates. I want to thank the chief, the mayor, the village manager, and the board. I want to thank the fire and police commissioners for promoting me to supervisor back in the day to get all this started. And I want to thank my family for all the support that they've given me, and retired Deputy Chief Olson, and also retired Deputy Chief Gaspari. They spent a lot of time over the years mentoring and training me, which made a big difference in my career, so thank you. And I'm very excited to get started with my new job, and this town has been awesome to work for, vaccine clinics and everything that this town has done for the people that work here, and it's a fantastic place to work, and I think we take care of the citizens here. I'm just very proud to be a part of it, so thanks, everybody. You got someone in the audience?
Oh, yeah. Who we got here?
We got wife Beth, mom C, dad Mike. That's Troy. He's from Round Lake Police. He came to support. And then there's other people in the back. So thanks, everybody.
And Gracie's on channel.
Schumachers. Oh, yeah, my daughter's watching. She's at University of Whitewater. What's that?
UW
You don't
Whitewater.
know.
Warhawks.
Warhawks. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's watching from over there, and she didn't want me to say it, but she was joking around this summer. She goes, "I hope you get promoted," so I could see the interactions between the mayor and Mr. Knickerbocker. She loves it. She thinks it's hilarious. I don't know if she watches every Tuesday, but
Well, the old joke is, young people have no clue what we're talking about. They always say, I'm Johnny Carson, that's Ed McMahon, my sidekick up there. So we do good, but he gets paid better than Johnny Carson, that's not right.
That's good.
So with that said, Danny, you got a hat. Get your daughter there in Whitewater. See, the young rookie guys that got promoted today learn to bring a hat next time. Say, you know. Congratulations, good job.
See him now.
Give them all a big hand. George, you get one too. Folks, if you want to go ahead and get going, hey, Johnny, Dairy Queen, down the street, you know where it's at. Make sure if your dad doesn't take you, you let me know, okay?
And you can take it.
Because we still need privates, so let me know. Georgie?
bye-bye.
Here you go.
See? I love that book.
Even though you're being facetious,
What
you
about
got it right.
What about Warhawks?
Oh, that's easy. Whitewater?
Whitewater?
Yeah.
How would I know that?
Because they're always in the championship game for the NCAA Division III football.
I
Every
didn't
year.
watch Division III.
Oh, God, yeah.
I studied that. I learned that one from the book I got.
Did you really? Oh. Yeah, that one I knew because they wanted
Wait,
junior
Mayor,
wrestle for.
Mayor, he's waving goodbye to you, little one.
Hey, see you later, guys.
Bye-bye.
I learned. So I had to,
Thanks for coming.
Place is really.
We'll give him a second for it. Look at Johnny with the little baby. Is that cute?
Yeah. You want a
Baby's bigger than him.
4-month-old? You want a 4-month-old baby?
And working nights? Ardell, thank you for everything. Ardell, thank you. Okay, we'll move on to trustees report. Now I'll start with trustee Schmidt.
Yes,
Makes you proud, doesn't it? seeing these
yes, it
guys?
does, yes, it does. Yesterday, I attended the Business Expo. I got there a little late after all the festivities, but I was able to talk with about a dozen businesses. And I got to tell you, just a follow-up on your report from the vacancy rate. All these businesses are very happy and very proud to be in Elk Grove Village. Everyone I talked to, I said, how do you like being in Elk Grove? And they all very happy they're here, they're successful, and they gave a lot of compliments to the village for helping them and helping them to succeed in our community. So with that concludes my report.
Thank you. Trustee Prochnow.
All right, I had a busy weekend. On Saturday, I attended October 8th, the annual open house at the fire department. It was a beautiful afternoon and there was a big turnout. We had the police department represented there also, and the library and many community organizations had tables there, as did CERT. And it was just a very pleasant afternoon for the families to be able to visit and enjoy the resources of the fire department. Then on Sunday, I also attended the run, jump, and throw competition at the high school. It was wonderful to see those hundreds of young people running, skipping, jumping, throwing, and learning good sportsmanship at the same time. A great event. And then on Monday, I also attended the Business Expo. So it was a busy weekend, but it was a wonderful weekend and just really showcased so many things that Elk Grove has to offer for our families. Last Saturday I attended the farmers market. I remember telling you at the last board meeting that the Garden Club 2 weeks ago was going to be having their Build a Scarecrow event. And they always come in and you pay $10 and they let you choose clothing and stuff a scarecrow and make one to take home. And their goal was to do 80 scarecrows, and they exceeded that goal and sold about 110 of them. So they were very, very happy with that, and I was very happy because I came up and said, how about I give you $20 and I just take one of your sample ones and I don't stuff? And they said yes. So I got to take one home without building it. One of the other things that I wanted to talk about was we're highlighting people that make our community a better place, and in the world make our community a better place. Well, I saw an article in this week's Daily Herald. Elk Grove Village Mom helps American girls create the, correct my pronunciation if I'm wrong, EI doll for dolls, outfit for dolls. Just a very short paragraph. When Yasmina Blackburn's 8-year-old daughter, Alea, came home after a holiday celebration at school, it broke her heart. Alea and her classmates made artwork and sang traditional songs for Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. She couldn't understand why there was no recognition of the Islamic holiday her family observed. It prompted the Elk Grove Village Mom to write a letter to the American Girl doll company seeking Muslim representation in its product line, so girls like Aaliyah could see themselves reflected as part of the American culture. And now, American Girl, owned by Mattel, has launched an Eid al-Fitr doll outfit that Blackburn helped design as part of its new cultural celebration collection. Blackburn also edited the short story accompanying the outfit for cultural accuracy. It's important for kids to feel that their holidays are recognized at school and in the public sphere, as well as on toy shelves, said Blackburn 53, a longtime civil rights activist who comes from a mixed Catholic-Muslim parentage. Well, congratulations to her for making our country a better place and creating this Muslim doll. I understand it wasn't just a one-time letter. I think she'd been working on this for over 8 years and kept going back to them over and over again until we got something done. So congratulations. And I'd also like to report, did you know each year the Elk Grove Village Leo and Lions Club holds a Halloween house decorating contest for residents? Decorated homes are judged in one of the 4 categories that include outstanding overall Halloween theme, outstanding use of multimedia, outstanding scariest display, and outstanding use of decorations on a condo. For questions or to enter the Halloween house decorating contest, please email your name, address, phone number, and category, entering to lionbarbara@comcast.net. The deadline to enter your home in the Halloween house decorating contest is October 15th, and that's coming up quickly. So if you need any further information, go to the village website or look at our village sign. And I need to jump back to the farmer's market because Farmer Jack was going to be here to announce something and he had to leave. This Saturday, October 16th, is the last summer farmers market, and our last event is a Halloween costume parade for children. So anyone interested in bringing their child to the parade should come at around between 10 and 10:15 to register. The parade will be at 10:30, and we have 100 trophies to give out, so everybody will go home with a trophy. And that concludes my report.
And think about Farmer Jack's, a Cowboy Jack, farmer's market. It was like summer all the way through.
Yes.
I mean, last week it was near 80.
They never were rained out. There was one they should have closed down. It was in June where it would just rain and rain, but they stuck it out for a few hours before they closed down. So we were very, very lucky, and they do plan on having a winter market starting in January, but it will only be the first and third Saturdays of the month.
Where would that be at?
Christus Victor Church.
Oh, they're back there?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, okay.
So I'll get further information as we get closer to that date.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Listener.
Thank you. I just want to mention quickly, I was at the expo also, and it was nice to see so many of the businesses that we were able to visit over the past couple of years. Is it Jackie Joyner?
Kersey.
Yeah, she was really fantastic. Her talk was, it almost brought a tear to your eye, the way she was telling her story. I mean, it was
She had a
fantastic.
tough upbringing.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
inspirational.
And anyway, thank you for bringing her here, and that concludes my report.
Figure, yeah, right. What she overcame and became the greatest woman athlete ever, from humble beginnings and not-
gives back now, and
Huh?
gives back to her community.
yeah, oh, yeah, she's got her philanthropy program going there, and she's just phenomenal for young people. You're right. Trustee Zarnik,
No report.
you only got 2 left, you know.
I know. Well, everybody talked about the expo yesterday and the open house, and it was phenomenal. We had a really busy well, I'll take one thing.
Oh,
See, you should, yeah, I know.
No,
What could I
Craig, he
say?
did it on purpose.
Yeah, I know.
It's 8:30.
The speech that Jackie Joyner Kersey gave was really phenomenal. And one of the things that I thought and really touched upon was that her success was really through work. She did a lot. She didn't start out well and realized it, and her perseverance was very inspirational, really. And I was fortunate enough to bring my granddaughter with me yesterday, and she was very excited because she got to have lunch with her, and she loves track and field. So
Oh, does she?
yeah, she was really excited about that. And so a little shy, but we did get a picture with her.
And she brought her gold medal.
Yes, and she saw that,
Which was
yeah,
very impressive.
very much so. So
She
and
said it was
that-
a little worn. I asked her, I said, Jackie, it's a little worn around the edges. She goes, well, see what you look like in 35 years.
Yeah.
So, no, she's right. I mean, she, think about it. Her record still stands. She said in 1988, and her heptathlon record still stands to this day. Most Olympic records have been broken in the last 35 years. Hers still stands.
Wow.
That's impressive. I mean, to do that, great. And but you're right. I mean, to be an inspiration for young people.
Very much so.
And it's funny because her name still resonates.
Yes,
When you say your name, it's amazing
You
how even young
recognize-
people know that name.
you
So,
recognize it.
yep,
You recognize
it's something.
it. Thank you.
Thank
That
you.
concludes my report.
Trustee Feichter.
Yes. Couple things I want to mention that for Make a Difference Day, the Community Character Coalition on October 23rd is going to be standing outside of Jewel during the day, most of the day, and they'll be helped by some really great students from Elk Grove High School that always do this. And we're collecting not food, but we're collecting personal care items, toiletries, things like toothpaste, toothbrushes, paper towels, things like that. That is the kind of things we're looking for, because they don't often have those turned in, and it becomes an important thing to have that. So we are going to be doing that. And some of you may know,
What day is that? Make a Difference Day.
it's on a Saturday, October 23rd. Okay? And I recently returned from a trip to Bulgaria that I've had to put off for 2 years. The Lufthansa Airlines told me that I had to take the trip. They said it was now or never, because they had canceled the reservations originally, but now they said that things are a little better, you should use your tickets. So we went to Bulgaria and met a friend of ours there that's from Palatine, a Bulgarian lady, and she took us all around different places that we hadn't been to before in Bulgaria, and then down to Greece. And the best food we had, to tell you the truth, was in Greece. It was terrific. My wife went to a couple of the wineries there and really enjoyed that. And we went to this one city called Velengrad, which is the spa capital of Bulgaria. And Melnik, they have a wine thing there in Melnick, and it's it's a town of 400 people, but it is, people come there in huge numbers because it has such a reputation for excellent wine. This goes back to World War II and probably a lot further, but during World War II, if you've ever read any of the biographies of Winston Churchill, Winston Churchill loved to drink wine as well as a lot of other things. And he would start off the day, I've been told, with 2 or 3 cups of wine when he got up. And the wine he always wanted was this wine from Melnick. So when we went there, we made sure that we got a bottle of it, and it had Churchill's picture on the front of it. And it was something we probably won't even drink it, just keep it as a treasured souvenir. The last part of our trip, we went to our friendship city, Pernik, Bulgaria. And we had to thank people there because we had been, as Americans, had been banned from going into Bulgaria. They had done this a few weeks ago, and our trip was going to be shot because of that, and we didn't know what to do. So because of the visit that we had here at Elk Grove several years ago by the mayor of Pernik, we contacted her, and then she contacted the governor of Pernik, and the two of them got together. They're both doctors of medicine, and they worked on getting us permission from the Ministry of Health in Bulgaria so that we could make the trip. So when we went to see them, we had to thank them, we gave them gifts, and like I say, they're both doctors. One's a surgeon, and he wants to come, the governor wants to come to Elk Grove Village and meet with some of the doctors at our hospital. And he really is excited with that. But nothing will happen until the COVID thing gets a lot better. Bulgaria, 16% of the people are vaccinated. Just 16. So I thought I'd mention that. But it worked out to be a good trip. And that concludes my report.
Can I just add, thank you for representing the village there. They are we have a friendship agreement with
Yeah.
Bulgaria, and I know that you've been closely, you started the program with the friendship agreement with them, so thank you for representing us there.
Thank you, Chris.
So the governor of Bulgaria,
Of Pernik District.
Pernik District, wants to come to Elk Grove for the hospital?
He
don't
wants
wanna
to
meet
meet
the
with
board?
other surgeons.
You don't want to meet the board?
Yeah, of
I would
course
think
he
you'd want to see the
does.
board over there.
He heard
Don't
great
you,
things
Chuck
about
Walsh?
you.
Don't you, Chief? Yeah. I think so. I think so, too. Give him a 5th star. Did a good job. That was a good answer. Okay, thank you, Trustee. Right there. Trustee Jeffrey, Charles, Frankie. And don't ever complain about Little Windy's report again.
I don't know how to follow this up. Can they watch this online in Bulgaria? Can't they get
What,
this
our
off the
meetings?
internet? Yeah.
They probably could because they have good internet in some of the areas, but they would have trouble with language. And
No,
they
I
wouldn't
believe
understand.
once they see how these meetings go with all the talking, they won't want to
They
go.
would pick it up, yeah, that's true.
No report.
What do you mean?
Nothing. It's all what? It's like
Ask Trustee
midnight?
Fighter. My picture's all over the place. Our show's #1
Usually,
in all
but it's got
Bulgaria.
darts on them.
Okay, accounts payable warrant, first, September 30th, 2021. This is what Mr. Knickerbocker owes the village. Go ahead, Trustee
I
Zarnik.
move we accept the accounts payable warrant for September 30th, 2021 in the amount of $4,225,014.06.
Second.
We have a motion by Trustee Zarnik, second by Trustee Lister. We want that in cash too, Mr. Knickerbocker.
6 cents.
Hey, will our village clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Fiker,
Yes.
Trustee Frankie,
Aye.
Trustee Listener,
Aye.
Trustee Prochnow,
Aye.
Trustee Schmidt,
Aye.
Trustee Zarnik.
Aye.
He did
Doing a
good.
good job.
He
He's
pronounced every name exactly right. I'm
He's good.
impressed. That's
Proud.
very good.
Everyone heard it in the
I think
audience.
he
Yeah,
might want to
everyone,
become
that's
someday.
impressive. That's good. Okay, so we'll swap his position with village clerk in the future.
Yeah.
You do
Okay,
that once
there we
you
go.
declare the vote.
Yeah, there. Vote passes 6-0.
Thank you.
Accounts payable warrant for October 12th, 2021.
I move we accept the accounts payable warrant for October 12th, 2021 in the amount of $453,722.20.
Second.
A motion by trustee Zarnik, second by trustee Lister. Now watch, he's gonna cry. Watch what happens, watch. Mark my words. Without objection, record the vote as previously demonstrated. See, there's a
okay.
tear.
He's
There's
okay.
a tear,
I
no,
think
there's a tear going down
Okay.
his left cheek. He likes that television time, that FaceTime. Okay, we move on now, consent agenda. Tonight, we have items A as in what? I missed you up here. A as in what, Mr. Knickerbocker?
Alpha.
Alpha, and I'm gonna say P. And I say P as in purple.
Wow.
Wow,
Isn't that impressive?
Yeah. Oh, you mean the tie or the P?
that's a nice looking.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by trustee Frankie, second by trustee Lister. Any questions, comments, concerns from staff, elected officials? And the audience outside the bookkeeping guy. Helen, you guys have any questions on the consent agenda? No? Oh, okay. We'll get that in a little bit. Okay, future trustee, any concerns about a consent agenda? Try and get your airtime, that's why. Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Village Clerk, but without objection, we're going to record the vote as previously demonstrated. And that vote was what, Mr. Mr. Rome?
6-0.
6-0?
He's good.
Who voted against it?
No one.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, we now move on to, auditor, you can go now. We're good, thank you. Did you bring any samples? Most time auditors bring some samples where they count, no? Okay, we'll count on it. Officer's gonna make sure of that too. Okay, there's no items regular agenda, no items of plan commission, Mr. Romo?
There is one item under the Plan Commission, if you'll indulge me for a moment.
No one's here.
Yeah, the village was a petitioner on this
Is someone here
particular.
represent the village?
Village attorney's here, if you'd like to represent.
Should
the
you go
village.
down there and sit in the chair like you normally do?
I could, if you'd like.
You can tell him leave before we have the.
Thank you for letting me
Go
sit up
ahead.
here. During the course of reviewing our zoning ordinance as it pertains to other communities' ordinances, village staff came upon a hole, let's call it, and we decided to try and plug that hole by coming up with a text amendment which would allow indoor dog parks and training facilities with ancillary services, including boarding and retail sales of merchandise in industrial zone districts, I-1 and I-2, as a special use. I don't know, is this on? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's on. I don't know if you can hear you.
That's on.
Okay.
I hear you.
Helen, can you hear him? Yeah, he's a little far back.
We'll try it again. Can you hear it out in the audience? Okay. Thank you. The Plan Commission held a public hearing on staff's recommendation to amend the zoning ordinance, and the Plan Commission voted to recommend the village board adopt the changes to the zoning ordinance with several conditions. One is to amend the time when an employee is on site, so an employee must be present at all times when dogs are boarded at the facility. Another one is that overnight boarding of animals is to be limited to 40 canines. All boarding must take place indoors, and animals shall be kept inside between the hours of 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. And then the last condition was that any building located in I-1 and I-2 industrial zone district must be located at least 1,000 feet away from any residential zone district, presumably because of noise that could emanate from the facility. With that, you do have the recommendation from the Plan Commission. Should you find it acceptable, a motion to have the village attorney prepare the necessary documents would be in order, and should you have any questions, the village staff is present to try and address them for you.
Okay. Anyone have any questions for the petitioner?
I have, it's me.
Yeah, we're gonna ask you questions.
No, I don't have any questions of myself.
Very good. I need a motion to have the attorney prepare necessary documents.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion by trustee Lister, second by trustee Frankie. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Let the record show unanimous approval. Petitioner, next month we'll formally adopt this to be on the consent agenda. It's a mere formality. You do not need to return if you don't want to.
I don't. I do not choose to return.
We appreciate working with the Plan Commission and all the hard work you did, and we appreciate being part of the community.
Thank you. The ordinance is going to the dogs.
Okay, we had enough fun for tonight. Now we got to work. No items, zoning board of appeals. Youth Committee, trustee Frankie.
Already down there, huh?
Bonfire.
Unfortunately,
What?
it was canceled.
Why?
The rain. They canceled because of the storms that, actually, at the time where the bonfire would have went off, it would have
That's a shame.
been dry, or it wasn't raining, but it had soaked everything earlier in the day. So they had to make a call, and they made one at about 4:30 to
In
cancel.
the midst of a drought, the one day,
Wouldn't you
we
know?
got that on Frankie Fest too.
Well, yeah, just a little bit though, even
I'm
though
just
that
saying,
was a very good
We're in the middle of a
turnout.
drought and the one time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just you can't have a tent with a bonfire. It's kind of burns the tent. So we, we had all the preparations. The fire department was great. Park district was great, and we had everything set. And the weather, so it's seems to be it's either freezing cold or raining or something for this. So
Yeah.
we'll have to see about next year. But that was it for the year for the youth committee.
Okay, thank you. Business Leaders Forum, trustee Listener.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of updates from Enclave. The last Makers Wanted class for 2021 is scheduled for November 18th, and the 2022 classes are tentatively scheduled to begin January 6th. I think some approval is needed for that. But more importantly, the next master class at Enclave is on Wednesday, October 20th, and the presentation will be by Fire Chief Richard Michael. And I'm pleased to add that Chief Michael's presentation will be filmed by Elk Grove TV and shown on a bunch of question marks because I don't know the date it's going to be shown, but once we find out, we'll announce it. I know I'll be watching it, and that concludes my report.
Thank you. Moving on, Cable Television Committee, trustee Listener.
Yes, Mayor, just a reminder that the Village and Park Board meetings can be viewed on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, besides Elk Grove TV. Also on October 15th, the Elk Grove High School football game with Rolling Meadows will also be streamed. So you could see
What day is the football game?
October 15th with Rolling Meadows.
Oh, that's this Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how good Rolling Meadows is.
Pretty good.
Are they?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Not good.
Maybe not good. Maybe not good.
Not good.
Not good for all.
They still have Wheeling coming up, that's a hope.
Yeah. And
There's
it may
always
rain.
wheeling.
That may help. That concludes my report.
Thank you. I'll move on now to Health and Community Services, trustee Zarnik.
Thank you. The next blood drive will be Saturday, November 13th, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., lower level of the Charles J. Zedek Municipal Building. Remember, one unit can help up to 3 people, so please come and donate. That concludes my report.
Now, that's unusual, because normally the blood drive's the same day as our coffee.
Used to be.
And that's the
Used to be. We
6th.
got thrown
It's been
off.
changed.
Why'd they change it?
Well, it got switched around because of some other dates that had gotten between, and then you've got to go that X amount of weeks between the blood drives.
Oh, okay.
So once we got postponed once, it just throws everything.
So it's always a
off.
week
It's
later
been
than
off a
usual.
while.
Yeah.
It's been a while, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Information Committee, trustee Listener.
Thank you. Just again, brief reminder that the fall leaf collection is underway, although there are
No,
not many
leaves.
leaves falling out of the trees as yet, but it goes through November.
So Scotty, are we even out there?
Yes, sir, we are.
Are you getting anything?
There isn't much, but the people that are putting it out are appreciative.
Okay.
Yeah, street sweeper I see is going down
Yeah,
and doing
I've
the
seen
roads
that too,
for that
right.
instead of the pickups or the plows.
Yeah.
Now,
Gotten the
why don't we,
leaves.
you should probably start planning now we always do one at the end of the year. We probably should start planning that now, because we're gonna have a late. Okay, thank you, thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Are you
I
complete?
told you. Well, I was just going to say, you can always check the website or the September Elk Grove Villager for information about your location, and
It will be
that
in the next
concludes my
newsletter.
report.
It is.
Well, it's in September, and it'll be in
Right.
October also.
Very good. Thank you. It's far cry when we used to have the ash trees and we had to move it up into early, I remember some years almost near Labor Day because we had early frosts. It's a little different now. Recycle Waste Committee, trustee Patton Fichter.
I believe we'll be getting more information. I think this is being mailed out, correct? And it's something that everybody needs to read about our switch to Groot. And I think that'll be very, very important that you read that and know what's going on. And be ready when the time is up for you to put your old garbage containers out there so they can be picked up. And then by November 1st, I believe they're going to be putting the new ones up. You'll have the new ones. And so a lot is going into this, and it's a big, big deal. So please pay attention. If you have questions, call the village. That concludes my report.
Trustee Fighter, the last week of October will be the last week for waste management, is
Yeah.
that correct? Do you just leave your bins out there? You don't bring them back in, correct?
Well,
Just
as
leave
far
them.
as I know, I was told that we just wait until we've been notified to put them out.
No.
Now it's going to be,
Put them out.
just
So
put 'em
your
out.
last week, after you have your garbage pickup, which is the last week of October, leading up to Halloween on Sunday, just leave your garbage can out.
Okay,
Don't bring it back in. After they pick up, leave it out. You're gonna move it to the side, but yeah, leave it out and they'll come by at some point.
okay.
And so if they don't pick it up, don't worry. People don't panic. They will be by to pick them all up. Because that's money to them. The waste management wants
I
them.
hope it's before Halloween or we're gonna have a big mess out there.
No, it'll be after Halloween.
Oh,
It could be.
so the kids could, let's hope the kids don't get naughty.
Let's hope not.
Well, now that you plan it.
Don't
let's
give them
see.
ideas.
Okay, move on now to Parade Committee. Trustee Zarnik.
Our hometown parade took place, and the theme, My Favorite Things, reflected many different ideas. And the float awards that I finally can announce tonight go to Cub Scout Pack 190 for the best theme, Elk Grove Public Library for the most creative, and the Spirit Award goes to Sister Cities. So you can watch the parade on Channel 6, and you can look for the listing times. We hope to make the parade presentations for the float awards at either our next meeting or November. Next parade meeting for the planning of the 2022 parade will be Monday, January 10th, 2022, at 5:30 p.m. in Room E of the Charles J. Zedek Municipal Building. And that concludes my final parade report.
Thank you, Trustee Zarnik, and you've done a phenomenal job. On the, I mean, think about it, from the very beginning. Personnel Committee, Trustee Jeffrey Charles Frankie.
No report.
I love those words. Thank you.
You love those words?
Judiciary Planning and Zoning Committee, Trustee Prochnow.
No report.
See those words
Oh,
just ring
show
beautifully.
up.
Just
Yeah.
ring
See
beautifully.
what I started?
Capital Improvements Committee, Trustee Zarnik.
Just to tell you that this week, construction began on the fall phase of the village-wide sidewalk curb rehabilitation program. The contractor will begin saw cutting locations with the anticipation of removing and pouring new concrete. And to remind you that the Public Works Citizens Academy, which is the first one this time, is a 5-week-long course. It starts October 21st. However, it's been filled, so you can certainly look forward to this the next time. And that concludes my report.
Thank you very much. Airport update, there's a meeting on October 28th. Hopefully get the Fly Quiet program one of these days. Midsummer Concert Classic Series, no lineup yet, but we're working on it, hopefully very soon. Special Events Committee, our next one is the day after Thanksgiving. We have Paul Revere's Raiders and the tree lighting, Santa, fireworks. Should be a great event. Starts at 4:30, the concert, 5:30 tree lighting. No items on the Liquor Commission. Report from Village Manager.
I have no report this evening. Thank you.
Now,
Here we go.
what we've been waiting
Here we
for
go.
all night with bated breath, and it better be good if the person knows what's good for them. report from the village clerk.
Have a big report.
Yes, let's hear it all.
Nothing to report.
He was teasing you.
I like it.
Is that
I
respectful?
like to hear that more
Was
often.
that respectful to the mayor?
I thought it was great.
Oh, I thought it was good, yeah.
Okay. I see there's nothing, well, there should be nothing on the attorney or the former attorney. Let me take a look there.
There is.
Geez, what do we find here? Nah, look what the attorney left me. Look what the attorney left me.
Oh, no.
Needless to say, Mr. Payne would never have done something
No,
like that, would he
he's
have?
much more respectful.
Yes, he would have. But we'll let him go this time, because we know with age sometimes, there's some forgetfulness, so.
What?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, any new business from any board members tonight?
Oh,
Trustee Bucknall?
No O's.
no, just a quick thing, just reminding everybody, this Saturday, October 16th is Sweetest Day, so think about your sweetest.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
don't forget
wait.
that, Mr.
Don't say I
Knickerbocker.
forgot, because you
Wait,
heard
wait,
it.
wait. Tomorrow's Wednesday, just so you all know.
Golf
The
day.
day after
yeah.
that is
Mr.
Thursday.
Knickerbocker, remember that.
Land the plane.
Okay, Helen, you want to bring up about the fire that happened at your neighbor's house?
Yes.
Okay, please. You live at, what's your address, Helen?
1490 Hoddlemere in Elk Grove. And a week and a half ago, my husband and I noticed lights going all over outside, so we went outside and there was a fire next door house. And there was 6 or 7 fire trucks out there, and we didn't know what was going on. Smoke was coming out all over, all kind of, you know. And I want to commend your fire department. What an excellent job they did with that day. I was standing next to Richard Michael, okay? And the lady and the husband next door are older people. And she was okay, but her husband was an invalid. So she was cooking on the stove and went to attend to her husband for about 15 minutes or so and never realized, forgot about what she had on the stove. So it caused all kinds of smoke and inhalation, everything. But how good the fire department was standing next to your chief. He helped her so much. And, you know, you really feel so bad for her. I asked her, you know, because something was going to have to happen. I said, if you need a place to stay, you can, but she had relatives. But he asked, you know, she needed her information and the stuff. They must have went back in her house 2 or 3 times getting information. He called the insurance company for her, found out everything about it, called the boarding company, and they came out. They were out that night, and we could hear them. It was like 8 o'clock at night. It was like midnight before all this stuff was done. So they were such a help. You've got the best fire department here in Elk Grove.
Yeah.
Appreciate everything he did. That was excellent.
And I can add to that, Bhagya is the lady of the house, is a member at my business.
Oh, is
And
she?
yes, and her
You
husband
can say
is.
curves, it's okay. Say
Okay.
And they said if she hadn't closed the door, he
right.
could have not made it.
He would have,
because
he had smoke inhalation.
Smoke inhalation.
Because
He went to
was
the
bedridden.
hospital.
He
She
needs
was
24-hour
okay,
care.
but the garage was okay, so later on, she got to go out and then see her husband
Severe
at the
smoke
hospital.
damage, it'll be months before she can go back.
And I heard, Chief, you had to rescue him from the room?
Yeah. And she was so appreciative.
So that was wonderful. I just want to, I had to come in and say how great you did. And your whole crew, everybody was wonderful. Thank
That's
you.
very, Helen, thank you for doing it. And that's why you hear us always say it, Nate.
And
Our
you know what I
staff,
did?
they did
Every
great.
day I went to the senior center and I go every day. And I go to current events and I go to bingo and everything else. I told everybody, be careful of what happened to my neighbor next door.
Right.
So don't leave pots on.
Well, and
Yeah.
in protection of her, I mean, she was frying on the stove, and what happened is her husband started choking, and
Oh,
she had
yeah,
to go
right.
suction him. And because of that, she lost track of what was going on in the kitchen.
Oh, sure.
So you
Things
never
happen.
realize what you're doing and just a couple of minutes can make a big difference, so.
Who called it? Did they call the fire department? She called? She did. Okay. That's
He
something.
told us right from the start that he was trapped and not able to get out, so our crews were able
So as I said, I told everybody all week long about this to make sure you all understand how this can easily happen, so please be careful, everybody.
That's right. Thank you, Helen,
You're
very
welcome.
much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief, thank you again, as always. Any other questions or anything? Emo, how are we doing tonight?
This meeting was very informative and also very entertaining. And it could possibly be used for an Emmy Award.
Whoa.
Kind of a kiss up, but it.
Whoa.
Lead 'em on, Emo, don't lead 'em on.
Emo, that's impressive. We'll get a second Brinks truck coming by for your payment. Thank you.
So you think Comedy Central has an opening on their thing for us?
Emo's a very wise man, very wise.
Talk about a reality show, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Rowan, you've done an absolute phenomenal job filling for the clerk. I cannot think of, you did not make one mistake.
Not yet.
It was perfect. I'm very
Wait
impressed.
till we see the minutes.
And you figure, we have Scotty there filling for Kobe, you filling in, and I realize that Mary and Christine are helping carry you two, and they've done a great job, so we do want to thank you. Don't forget, Emo, get a picture of the two of them before you, yeah, we got it covered. Okay, anything else before we adjourn?
No.
So we'll be back in 2 weeks. Trying to think, I was gonna say something.
Funny.
You? Say
Oh, I'm
something.
Okay,
Want
I
me to
need
say
a
it?
motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Yes.
Second.
Matt, good luck on that one. Matt, will you please, it's a great privilege to give you the honor of calling the roll.
Trustee Prochnow,
Aye.
Trustee Schmidt,
Aye.
Trustee Zarnik,
Here, yes.
Trustee
She's tired
Feichter,
tonight.
Trustee Feichter,
Yes.
Trustee Frankie,
Oh, yes.
Trustee Listener.
Yes.
So what's the vote turn out to be?
It's still 6-0.
So the motion
Motion
passes
passes.
6-0. So can we adjourn?
Yes, you can.
But if I want to stay here long with you being clerk, I can just hold off gaveling?
I'm here all night long.
Okay, motion passes 6-0. Folks, see you in 2 weeks. Meeting adjourned.